now 7 o'clock on the dot here on Your Nature Wild.
Colonialism, a land of absenteeism, land of majestic maroon chiefs, land of different beliefs, land of the waterfalls, land of the boiling lake. When you go away, please
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: Minister of State in the Ministry of Fisheries, Julian Defoe, says 54 boats will now be constructed under World Bank program. News from the international scene: while the Prime Minister of St. Lucia raises concerns as the murder rate continues. 59 murders so far for the year in St. Lucia. And news from the international scene: the U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump meet each other in a debate this evening, which observers say could matter more than most. Details of the morning news right after this.
Ever wondered what's in your milk? These are the following benefits of Distinction Milk. It's a great source of calcium and protein, vitamin A and C added. It's definitely not a filled milk like some of the other brands. Distinction Milk texture and taste is great for shakes, baking, pouring cream, and a side for mashed potatoes and much more. Even better, because of its rich texture, Distinction evaporated milk can be stretched. Isn't it great to know what's in your milk? Distinction Milk, distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. My name is Curtis Matthew. Here we go with our lead story. Minister of State in the Ministry of Fisheries, Julian Defoe, has announced that 54 boats will now be constructed under the World Bank funded Dominica Emergency Agricultural Livelihood and Climate Resilience Program. On Friday, contracts were signed for construction of 50 boats.
We have just bumped up, as this morning from our meeting, this number of boats from 50 to 54. So we have now 4 additional boats being added to this new number. These vessels are being built with advanced materials and designs that are specifically adapted to withstand the harsh conditions brought upon by climate change, including stronger storms and rougher seas. The construction of these vessels not only supports the adaptation of our fisheries sector to climate impacts, but also stimulates local craftsmanship and innovation. And we say that because we have trained a cadre of young boat builders and existing boat builders to be able to undertake these projects. By building these vessels locally, we are not only ensuring that our fishers have the tools they need to safely and effectively harvest marine resources, but we are also creating jobs and fostering a sense of pride and ownership within our communities. These resilient vessels will play a crucial role in ensuring that our fisheries sector remains viable and productive in the face of increasing climate change. Again, just to add the value of these boat building projects, and just the labor, not the materials, is almost $1 million, $950,000 to be exact. But now that I say we have added 4 more boats, so I would surely now cross that $1 million threshold of just the value of contracts to look at boat builders to build these 54 boats.
And that's the Minister of State in the Ministry of Fisheries, Julian Defoe. Dominica is among 5 Caribbean islands taking part in a $12.5 million project to build resilience in the fisheries sector. Stakeholders in Dominica met yesterday to discuss the CC4 Fish to project, which will be implemented in 2025. Consultant Dr. Camille David said Dominica can present a strong case for massive funding from the program.
So it's a project basically that involves 5 countries: Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts, Trinidad and Tobago, and St. Vincent are the 5 participating countries. The project will be implemented by FAO and it's funded by Jeff. It will be a 5-year development project, and it will systematically look at climate-related issues and adaptation that is required within the fishery sector of these countries. It is a $12.5 million project, which is about 33.4 million EC dollars. So there's a large slice of that pie for us in Dominica. The projects perhaps that will be addressed depends on how loud we speak and how confidently we speak and how clear we articulate the issues surrounding our island. And we have a very good case, because we all remembered 6 years ago, in 2017 and 2015 respectively, the devastating impact of Hurricane Maria on our whole fisheries infrastructure. We have a very strong case. So we have to put a case forward to ensure that we get a huge slice of that pie to address our infrastructure, develop the requisite training and capabilities that we require to deal with climate-related problems.
Fisheries consultant Dr. Camille David. Meanwhile, Minister of State in the Ministry of Fisheries, Julian Defoe, says the CC4 Fish 2 project gives Dominica an opportunity to build resilience in the sector.
The CC4 Fish 2 project is a prime example of how collaboration can help us achieve our goals. Through this project, we will continue to strengthen our fisheries sector, ensuring it can withstand the impacts of climate change while contributing to the overall resilience of the nation. The challenges we face are significant, but I am confident by working together, we can build a sustainable and resilient future for Dominica's fisheries sector and the Eastern Caribbean and the wider Caribbean as a whole, because the CC4 Fish really encompasses all of the members of CARICOM. Although I said that if we can articulate very strongly from this Dominica workshop what we want, sometimes there are chances that, we can see. We may not get the whole pie that we ask for, because, other countries are also going to have to weigh into, what is their vision for their country. And those of us who are from the public sector and used to those things, we know how this thing goes. The countries with the stronger voice or the greater active participation can determine how certain project activities are implemented. I just want to say that out of experience, and that we articulate very strongly and firmly to the consultant, Dr. David, what are the areas that we would like to see intervention in under the general scope of the project.
And that's the Minister of State in the Ministry of Fisheries, Julian Defoe. Edgar Hunter, who represented the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Environment, said Dominica welcomes the CC4 Fish 2 project.
As we gather here under the auspices of the CC4 Fish 2 project, we are reminded of the significant challenges posed by climate change. Dominica's fishery sector, which has long been a cornerstone of our culture, economy, and food security, is now at the forefront of these challenges. Rising sea levels, increasing ocean temperatures, and more frequent extreme weather events are all realities that threaten the sustainability of our marine resources and the livelihoods of of our coastal communities. Integrating climate resilience into our fishery sector is not just an option, it is an urgent necessity. The CC4 Fish project provides us with an unique opportunity to address these challenges head-on by implementing strategies that will protect our marine ecosystems, enhance the sustainability of our fisheries, and safeguard the livelihoods of those who depend on these resources.
And that's Edgar Hunter of the Ministry of Environment. Chairman of the Police Welfare Association, Sergeant David Andrew Jr., has called for the status of special constables to be reviewed. He says many special constables have served satisfactorily and can become full-fledged police officers.
We must mention that we have special constables that have been serving diligently to the organizations for some of them 10, 15, even 20 plus years. And we think it is necessary that these officers can transit into the regular police force. What we have seen is that many other police forces within the region have integrated their special constables into the regular police force, and that has turned out well for the organization. So we are asking the same thing be done here, and we feel that it would be much beneficial to not only the special constables but to the organization.
And that's the chairman of the Police Welfare Association, Sergeant David Andrew Jr. National epidemiologist Dr. Shaladdin Ahmed has revealed that there has been an uptick in positive COVID-19 cases in Dominica over the last month. Dr. Ahmed says the weekly average of newly confirmed COVID-19 cases remains under 5. He was speaking during a press update by the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services.
We have observed sporadic cases of COVID-19 throughout the year. Recently, during the week of August 4 to 10, there was a mild increase. Similar upticks were noted in March of this year. Otherwise, weekly average of COVID-19 cases remains below 5. The latest predominant variant, KP.3.1.1, a variant of Omicron, is circulating in North America. The COVID-19 virus will continue to mutate, leading to new variants. The more the virus is allowed to replicate in our bodies, the greater the chances of mutation. This is why maintaining a strong immune system is crucial in fighting the virus. People with weakened immune systems, such as elderly, patients with chronic diseases, those who are immune suppressed, and terminally ill patients, may provide fertile ground for viral replication, resulting in genetic mutations and creation of new variants. Some of these vulnerable individuals may succumb to this infection. Therefore, it is important to keep our immune system strong, either naturally or through vaccination. Additionally, when we are sick, we should be considerate of vulnerable groups and maintain distance from them.
And that's the national epidemiologist, Dr. Shaladdin Ahmed. A 3-day training for healthcare providers aimed at strengthening Dominica's capacity in administering care to individuals with mental disorders is underway in Dominica. The training is being conducted by the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services in conjunction with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, and the Acute Psychiatric Unit of the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Andy Sentile says the training is timely.
The MHGAP program, developed by the World Health Organization, equips healthcare providers like yourselves with the tools necessary to identify, manage, and treat mental health conditions effectively, even in resource-limited settings. So this training is particularly timely as we continue to face the lingering impacts of global pandemic, natural disasters, and social challenges that have intensified the need for robust mental health services. Today marks an important step in our journey towards building a more inclusive, compassionate, and responsive healthcare system, one that recognizes the dignity of every individual, regardless of the challenges they face.
And that's the acting chief medical officer, Dr. Andy Saint-Hilaire. Meanwhile, Dr. Saint-Hilaire encouraged healthcare workers to take advantage of the training ahead of the implementation of the mental health gap intervention guidelines developed by the Pan American Health Organization.
This workshop marks a significant step towards bridging the gap in mental health care services across Dominica. Through training, education, and collaboration, we aim to empower healthcare providers to recognize and address the complexities of mental, neurological, and substance use disorders. Together, we are building a more inclusive and responsive healthcare system that meets the diverse needs of our population. I encourage you to fully engage in the sessions ahead, to share your experiences, ask questions, and learn from one another. The knowledge and insights you gain will not only enhance your professional skills, but will also transform the lives of those we are committed to serve.
And that's the acting chief medical officer, Dr. Andy Saint-Hilaire. Meanwhile, consultant psychiatrist at the APU, Dr. Nadia Wallace, is hoping that the training will increase access to mental health care in the country.
Throughout this training, you will hear the term MNS, which means mental, neurological, and substance use conditions. This accounts for 13% of the global burden of disease. Yet 75 to 95% of persons, they don't receive the treatment that they require, although effective treatment exists. Now, this is what represents the mental health gap. And this is why this training is so important to you as non-specialized healthcare workers in psychiatry in helping to address the needs of people with priority MNS conditions. Now, over the course of the 3 days, we will focus on 5 of these conditions. We look forward to your active participation and interactive sessions. And it's my hope that at the end of this training, you will be better equipped to help close the treatment gap for mental disorders, have better appreciation on how mental and physical health problems are interwoven, and that together we could enhance access to mental health care in Dominica.
And that's the consultant psychiatrist at the APU, Dr. Nadia Wallace. With St. Lucia reeling from 2 more murders over the weekend, bringing the island's murders to 59 for the year, Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre says he has received a sort of fighting strategy, that's a crime fighting strategy, from newly appointed acting commissioner Vanguard. The strategy aimed at tackling St. Lucia's escalating gun violence will cover the period from September 2024 to March 2025. Philip J. Pierre, who serves as Minister for National Security, expressed urgency in addressing the rising tide of violence in St. Lucia. Finally, this morning, the U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump meet each other in a debate this evening, which observers say could matter more than most. Joe Biden's poor performance in the first presidential debate in June created a firestorm of pressure in the Democratic Party that ultimately forced him to abandon his re-election campaign. Both presidential candidates say they are looking forward to the debate in Philadelphia. Observers believe the race is close, and tonight's debate may tilt the balance one way or the other. It is 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. That's news. The Sports Report next on DBS Radio.
Honey, did you get the glow spread and mellow cream?
A little help with the bags would be nice.
Shortly, but I need the glow spread to finish the icing for Christine's birthday cake and mellow cream to add to the soup and gravy.
No.
No?
No, I didn't get just one. I got 2 of each.
Aw, honey, that's just why I married you.
Spread the love with Mellow Cream and Glow Spread. They're vegan-friendly, lactose, and gluten-free. Found in all leading supermarkets nationwide.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods, Inc.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speed the delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speed the delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with football news. Vice President of the Senior Men's National, that should be the Vice Captain of the Senior Men's National Football Team, Brian Thomas, says the team has to put the successes from the weekend behind them and prepare for the next challenge in the CONCACAF Nations League as they get set to face the Dominican Republic today. Dominica beat Antigua by 2-1 on Saturday in their opening match of the tournament. The national team will play the group leaders Dominican Republic at 11 o'clock this morning at the Antigua and Barbuda Football Association Technical Center. And that match, 11 o'clock this morning.
My thoughts on the game, well, it's just a normal game for us, our next level, our next challenge. So I'm just looking forward to it, knowing that both teams are on 3 points. In a good position to either remain in League B or go ahead in League E. So it's a very big game for us.
All right, we're coming off a victory against Antigua. What did you guys take from this win?
Well, victories will always, no matter what game, it will be like a learning process for us. No matter what, even if we lose, draw or win, just know we need to improve on certain things, and that is just what we're taking from it, just another lesson.
All right, you said that you need to improve on certain things. We don't want to delve too deep into the tactics, but Yes, we got a win against Antigua, but what were some of the things that you felt maybe we could have done a little better against Antigua?
Well, I would say our decision making wasn't the best, especially in the final third. At times we had to pass the ball to create better opportunities, but we squandered that, and sometimes we fell asleep at the back. As you could see, the lack of communication for the Antigua goal. We can't afford that at this level, so it's just those things we need to work on.
All right, we're coming up against the Dominican Republic on Tuesday. You know, we've had some success against them in the past, and we've also lost a few games, but not by huge margins. Mentally, you know, what will be the word of advice to the players heading into the game?
Well, as I say, no games are the same. Yes, they have the upper hand on us. In the past, they've beaten us 1-0 at home. But as you say, just go again, because one day you win, one day you lose, one day you draw. You just make sure you put your best foot forward so you could execute on that day.
Brielle, your thoughts on the players in terms of, you know, their space, how they're looking. We've seen them in training, we've seen them in action. You've been in the setup for a number of years. I just want to get your thoughts on this bunch of guys this time around.
Well, as I've been saying off camera, it's not just a young team anymore. It's an experienced team, a mixed team, and other than the young players, they showed confidence as any senior player. So right now, the camp is very happy. I mean, we just won the game against Antigua, so it's just 24 hours to celebrate. Right now, I know the guys are focused, especially young ones like Kian, like Malachi, ready to go. No matter what the coach call upon them, they're ready to execute and ready to give their best to the team.
And that's the vice captain of the senior men's national football team, Brielle Thomas, speaking to Gavin Richards in Antigua. It's Dominica and the Dominican Republic. At 11 o'clock this morning, the Dominican players look extremely good. One is hoping they can go past the Dominican Republic at 11 o'clock this morning. Some domino news. The 2024 National League of the Dominica Domino Association opened with the first ever Domino Rama at the weekend. The Domino Rama took the form of a knockout contest with prizes being awarded to the top 4 teams taking part. Here is Peter Pemberton of the National Domino Association.
The Dominica National Domino Association held the first ever Domino Rama on Sunday, 8th September. The main item on the agenda was having a peers competition. 16 teams participated from the beginning in a 4-round 500 points elimination. At the end, the 2 top teams were Ian Roberts and Randall Robinson versus Gifford John Lewis and Leroy Phillip. Because of the inclement weather, they decided to share the winnings, but the top prize would go to Ian Roberts and Randall Robinson. However, the 3rd and 4th received Kubuli and Guineas as their top prizes. This marked the beginning of the National League which we're going to hold. And also during the games, teams are registered to take part in the National League which will start next weekend. We invite all teams to join. It's $200 fee to join the league.
And that's Peter Pemberton of the Dominica National Domino Association. Some football news. A number of matches are set for this week in the national leagues of the Dominica Football Association. Here is the public relations officer of the DFA, Abby Lawrence.
In the under-20, we'll have Middleham United coming up against Port Michel at 6:30 p.m. at Newtown. While in Division 1, Granvilla FC will do battle with Sugar Judge Wayne George on Thursday at the Almond Park in Dublin. On Friday, Lakia Joseph Kalibishi FC will come up against All Saints University School of Medicine at 6:30 p.m. at the Almond Park, while Do It Center Mighty Avengers face Kensborough on Friday at the Technical Center. Early Stars will do battle with South City FC at the Technical Center on Sunday at 4 p.m. In the Premier Games, Roosevelt Scarlet Bombers will come up against Tranquility Beach Middleham United at 4 p.m. at the Benjamin's Park, while Sajiko Southeast will come up against Connect 767 East Central at the Stockfarm Technical Center at 6:30 p.m.
And there will also be action in the Women's League this week.
In our women's division, Mighty Avengers will do battle with Belfast Estate Mao Soccer Strikers on Wednesday at the Technical Centre at 6:30 p.m, while on Thursday, New India Goodwill Runners will face up All Saints University School of Medicine at the same venue as the Stockton Technical Centre. In what appears to be one of the most thrilling encounters in the women's division, Carinago Warriors will come up against Kurt Hector Southeast on Saturday at 6:30 p.m. at the Grand Fond Park, and this will be the commissioning of the Grand Fond lighting facility.
And that's the Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Football Association, A.B. Lawrence. Finally, the opening batsman Pathum Nissanka made an unbeaten 127 as Sri Lanka shocked England to win the third test match by 8 wickets at the Oval yesterday. Set 219, Sri Lanka reached 219 for 2. Nissanka's 127 not out followed his 64 in the first innings. Angelo Matthews was not out 32. Scores: England 325, Ollie Pope 154, Ben Dockett 86. England in the second innings 156, Jamie Smith 67. Sri Lanka 263 after being 93 for 5. Dhananjaya De Silva made 69, Kamindo Mendy 64. Sri Lanka in the second innings 219 for 2. Pathum Nissanka was named man of the match. It is 7:30 in Dominica and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. That's where we end news and sports. We'll bring you a news update at 11 this morning. Another major newscast at 1:15 on behalf of the News and Sports Department and our link person Hazari Williams. Curtis Matthew saying good morning.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speed the delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch or line, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speed the delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. It's now 7:35 on your Nature Isle. Coming up shortly, your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, would like to bring you a reminder of your Kananago word of the day for today. And of course, today's Kananago word is the word to ask or to make a request, and that's amulikaya. Amulikaya. That's AMULIYAKA. AMULIYAKA. Amulikaya. Our Kananago word of the day for today. Of course, you can join us tomorrow morning, God willing, at roughly 6:47 for another edition of your Kananago word of the day here on your nation station, DBS Radio. Up next, your morning's weather report brought to listeners through the kind compliments of Flow Dominica Limited and Big Edge Financial.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face. At least when it comes to your waning finances, you've got the edge. Help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand. With the easiest payment plan.
At this time, we say good morning to Karen Basil Lawrence with this morning's weather report. Good morning.
Good morning. The weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service at the Douglas Charles Airport for today, Tuesday, September the 10th, as recorded at 7 a.m. Today's weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with some scattered showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. At 7 a.m., the weather at Douglas Charles was cloudy with showers. The winds were coming from the east-southeast at 5 knots or 9 kilometers per hour. The air temperature was 27 degrees Celsius or 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Rainfall measured yesterday at Douglas Charles was 83.7 millimeters. The rainfall total for the month so far is 153.9 millimeters. The sun will set today at 6:11 p.m. and will rise tomorrow at 5:53 a.m. The high tides today will be at 8:39 a.m. and 7:44 p.m. and the next low tide at 12:39 p.m. The weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles. Weak, unstable conditions are affecting the area today. Lingering moisture and instability, together with favorable upper-level support, are expected to result in partly cloudy to cloudy conditions with scattered showers, which could be moderate to heavy across the area during the next 24 hours. Additionally, light winds and daytime heating could further enhance showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. People in areas prone to flooding, landslides, and falling rocks are advised to be on alert and to continue to exercise caution. Seas are expected to remain slight to moderate, with wave heights reaching up to 5 feet over the next few days. The National Hurricane Center continues to monitor 2 areas of interest in the central and eastern Atlantic Ocean, which are showing signs of development over the next 7 days. Residents are advised to continue to monitor the progress of these systems. The synopsis: weak, unstable conditions will continue to affect the area. Today and tonight's weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with some scattered showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. The winds will come from the southeast through to the east at 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. The seas will be slight to moderate in open water with waves of 1 to 1.5 meters or 3 to 5 feet. For up-to-date information on weather conditions, visit our website at weather.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page at Dominica Meteorological Service, follow us on Instagram at Dominica Met, or call 266-4490 for further information. From the Met Office at the Douglas Charles Airport, I am Karen Basil Lawrence.
And we thank Karen Basil Lawrence for this morning's weather report, made possible compliments Flow Dominica Limited and Big Edge Financial.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
This is DBS Radio. "19 minutes before 8. Up next, we'll bring you your morning's presentation at the general announcements and what's on your community bulletin board. Made possible compliments Valley Engineering Sales and Services and the Central Cooperative Credit Union.
Central Cooperative Credit Union is encouraging all members to update their accounts. Members, please present the following at any of our 2 branches. Valid picture ID. This could be a passport, Dominica Social Security card, government-issued ID, such as driver's license or state ID. Proof of address, reflecting your name and current address. This document could be a utility bill, hire purchase document, bank statement, bank reference letter, employment letter, or driver's license. Where your driver's license is presented as a proof of address, you will need to present your passport or Dominica Social Security card as identification. While you are at the branch of your choice, please take the opportunity to update the beneficiary to your account. The purpose of this is to ensure that upon your death, the person whom you so desire will get the proceeds to your account. Please visit our Goodwill or Portsmouth branch today. Our friendly and efficient staff are waiting to serve you.
Stretch your dollar at Valley Engineering. At Valley Engineering, our customers enjoy our dollar stretching price policy. Save money. Valley dollar stretch prices apply to a wide range of parts, which include water pumps, shock absorbers, steering and suspension parts, clutches, pressure plates, filters, oh yes, oil, gas, and air filters, NGK plugs, ball and roller bearings for wheels and transmission, timing and fan belts, engine gaskets, mechanics tools, brake parts, wiper blades, mud guards, grills, batteries, lubricants, starter and alternator parts, bulbs, head and park lamp, and many, many more items. These dollar stretch prices at Valley Engineering will not shock you. They will only surprise you. Why not visit us today on Goodwill Road or at our relocated Portsmouth outlet on Bay Street? So cut costs and save with Valley Engineering's dollar stretching. And now, your community bulletin board.